Okay, with this film, I'm gonna be very honest. It took me 3 times to watch this film, but I'm gonna tell you why. Because we're gonna get into the review of this new film right now. What's up, folks, and welcome back to the channel today for another movie review. So today we're reviewing the film The Power, which is a Shudder exclusive film that is going to be premiering April 8th. Now, yes, if you look this film up, there's a couple of other films titled The Power that's actually releasing this year, honestly. One's a TV series and there's another film, but this is the one, it's a horror film that it was going to be releasing exclusively on Shudder, and it's also starring as your lead Rose Williams. So that's kind of how you can, identify the correct one here. But yeah, it took me 3 times to watch this film. The first time I was a little bit bored, didn't know what was going on. The second one I was distracted. Then the third time, once I paid attention and really saw how the story and everything was coming together, I thought this was a really solid film. For all it's worth, the complete structure of the film, it was really well. It took place in 1970s in London, so I love the aesthetics. I love the set piece. I love the dialogue. I thought it all came together really, really well, and I also thought it displayed some of the personal traumas that the character Val, who's played by Rose Williams, especially in that setting, I thought they did a good job as well with that. The only thing I didn't like was really the ending, and I thought it's not that I hated it, but I knew what it was trying to do, but with everything else going so good, I guess maybe I was expecting just a little bit more. I would have probably did without the last 5 minutes of the film. But whatever that may be, overall, I thought the film was good. I think this is a film that you got to pay close attention to things because, what's happening in this film is you have this young nurse, Val, who's on her first day of the job, working at essentially a hospital. She's working a night shift, and then some striking miners, they shut all the power down off in Britain, so therefore there's no power in the hospital. With that being said, there's a terrifying presence that is threatening to consume her along with some other things and everyone else in that hospital. So essentially like paranormal activity. There's a being going on and all sorts of crazy things happening. It is very eerie. It is very chilling. It is, especially some of the low light shots. It's just really well done. Rose is your lead, really takes you on some crazy abstracts in her performance. And I thought it was really well done. But more or less, the biggest thing I liked about the film is that I thought the sound was really well done. And overall, as a horror film, this is just something that this is how I want my films to feel, look, and progress. And again, to my own disadvantage is the reason why I had to take me a couple of times to really understand what was happening. Because if I would have watched it the first time, I would have missed out on really a good film. So it's definitely a film that you want to pay attention to, really be invested to, because there's a lot of details and things that really makes this film really good, as far as with the personal traumas that Val goes through, as far as just the atmospheric horror that's going on. The film just really comes together really, really well. So this is a really short review because this is the film I think you really just need to experience, be patient with, pay attention, and really see it come together. Because for sure, there's a lot of things that goes on that's pretty crazy. And I will say that, yeah, there's some surprises in it that kind of caught me off guard, some things I didn't kind of see happening. But as far as with a demonic presence being involved and a horror film that that caters to that, it's thought it done a really good job. So The Power is one definitely check out. Again, it's premiering April 8th. It's gonna be on Shudder. Let me know in the comments first what you think about it, and as always, stay tuned because more reviews are coming real soon.